Good morning, friends. Pastor Scott here. I hope you are doing well. I have enjoyed looking out the window these last couple of days and watching the beautiful leaves fall from the trees and blow across the yard. And there's a huge maple tree in my neighbor's yard, and it has just been amazingly spectacular this year. And like many of you, I'm sure, I've just been grateful for the beauty of God's creation this fall, and it has been a source of hope, a sense of calm, and a sense of beauty in what often has other times seemed like sort of an ugly environment. And as I was thinking this morning about just a thought for today, I was reflecting on a conversation I had with some friends last week. I got invited over to their backyard for a little hamburger and some time to just hang out and relax and rest. And they are spectacularly generous people. They are fundraisers. And they have worked with so many different organizations and a few churches here and there. And over the years that we've been friends, and especially in the last few, we have discovered how different our political orientations are. And our conversations have gotten more and more honest, and oftentimes more and more passionate. And what I've been really grateful for is we've sort of made this promise that we are going to hang out with each other even though we have such different points of view, because we've decided we just really like each other. And even though we see the world very, very differently, especially in terms of our political orientation, it's really allowed us to tell the truth about what we think and how we view the world with someone who really has a different point of view. And I am really grateful because in this day and age and environment, that is a risky place to be, because far too often we just then demonize the other person, move on, and we don't listen to them. But to be honest and vulnerable and share the way that we really think about the world, even as we are so vastly different, has really been a significant gift. What I've also needed to learn is that in those moments when we are having heated discussion, it's really helpful to breathe and to become aware of our own emotions. And then one of the things that we started to talk about is why these things cause such deep emotions in us. What is it that we are reacting to? There's obviously something deep inside of us that gets riled up when we have these kinds of conversations. And oftentimes they're places where we need to reflect on who we are, who we think we are, how we have become who we are, what we think about our agency in the world, what we think about our level of control in the world. And it has to do with who we are as much as anything else. And in those times and places, there are these deep emotions that get stirred up. And I've had to sort of like breathe and reflect and like, why is this making me angry? Or why is this making me frustrated? Or why is this causing me such emotion? And it's been interesting to wonder, because normally we think about God sort of working in the happy, calm places. But what if there is something about God working in those places that are challenging, or things that cause us tension, or things that cause us to confront parts of ourselves that maybe we never have, or don't like. So anyway, I've been thinking about that, and it struck me, often we think that the Ten Commandments and these kinds of things are just irrelevant sort of to our daily life. And I've talked about this one before, and it's so important right now, it's worth repeating. Luther talks about the eighth commandment, and if you want to pull out your small catechism, you should, and review these Luther's mini sermons, so to speak, on these 10 commandments. You should check them out. They're worth reading again. The reason I like them is they have both the sort of do not, but they also have the kind of this is what they mean in a positive light. So when Luther talks about the eighth commandment, which is you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor, Luther says, what does this mean for us? Or what is this? And Luther says we are to fear and love God, so that we do not tell lies about our neighbors, betray or slander them, or destroy their reputations. Instead, we are to come to their defense, speak well of them, and interpret everything they do in the best possible light. And it's that last little bit that I found helpful when trying to breathe through thinking about these times when we were having disagreements. How can I interpret what they're talking about in the best possible light? And even come to their defense, and even recognize that what they're talking about comes out of their own deep emotional place, and often a deep emotional place that is trying to help the world and not hurt it, when sometimes it might appear to me to be the other. So anyway, it's just a thought for today, reflecting a little bit on my relationship with some folks who are very different than me, and a little opportunity to reflect once again on Martin Luther's 8th commandment and his "What does this mean for us?" I hope you have a good day. I hope you still continue to enjoy the beautiful fall and the leaves that are coming down quickly. One thing I know for sure, God is grateful for you, and so am I. Peace.